Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US stocks for Thursday, August 26th, and starting with Amazon here. As you may know, I'm not quite sure about this particular top area yet. I just want to stay a little bit open towards that, but we are working this particular pattern here, which we have an impulse wave down here. So we should have some sort of ABC pattern back up to this point here. Our first step is to see if we get, well, we've got an impulse wave here as 5 waves, which we'll be looking at today. I want to see if that just gives us 3 waves up or 5 waves up. If it gives us 5 waves up to here somewhere, then we'll see a retracement and then another 5. So it's more of a case of building one structure at a time on top of each other. We are bullish in the short term for Amazon. Let's go to our 100 ticks and pick it up from wave A down here. So we're looking for 5 waves up here. This is 100 ticks over here. So once we get 5 waves up here, we should see some sort of correction. It may not pull all the way back through here. It may just come down and cover a little gap here or do something like that, or really hug this 3,300, which in terms of the trading levels from the 3,000 here, which is a major level, these are minor levels, 1, 2, 3, and then 5, and then 8 up here. So finding support on top of this top of what I call group 1 here, 3,300, then we can also look to add to positions as well. So we can look to move in long again above this top here, but we'll just see how this particular correction unfolds. I'm going to go to the 10 ticks here just so you can have a look at that particular structure here and how I've counted it and so on here, just in case you're counting it as well. And always good to compare notes. Doesn't mean that I'm right. It's not a matter of being right or wrong. It's a matter of just sharing ideas. So wave 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I haven't actually pulled that apart, but I'm just sort of eyeballing that up there as being right. It just sort of feels right as 5 waves to wave 3 here and 4. And yesterday we were looking at 1 and 2 and moving up to 3, 4, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So possible top in here. If I'm wrong, then it will be some sort of wave 4 sitting over here. It hasn't really pulled back very much here, and also too, it's pulled back as a really nice ABC pattern here, just for if that's the trend up here. We can see that the A wave has moved quite sharply down here, and we can see how lazy the C wave is. So we've got the B wave back up in 3 waves, and we've got the C wave quite lazy. That tells me it's strong. So if I was just trading this normally, I would look for a little classic trading levels pattern on here. I can see this is impulsive here, this is 5 waves in here, so it's probably that we'll build straight up from there. So getting a classic trading levels pattern, we've got the arrival, we've got the reaction, we've got getting the first high above the level. I've probably done that too high, and then there'll be some sort of little ABC, and I've exaggerated the size of that as well, and then up there. So the trade would be here rather than on the top here. You could also look to, I mean, if I was trading it, then I would be looking for a position on top of the 300, and then building in through what I call the sub levels. So 1, 2, and 3, and then 5. So this is also group 1 as well. Getting support on top of group 1 here, that will separate the market from being pulled back to the closest largest number, the 300 here, and then continue to the upside. So normally I'd use group 1 to build into the market. So getting 3 or 4 positions in here, because it's about managing risk, that's all. That's Amazon. This is Google here, pretty straightforward. From wave 4 here, this is also 100 ticks up here as well. Some wave 4 here, we've got 1 and 2. We're going up into 3 here. We've got 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and a third wave here, top of third, fourth. So there'll be a little bit more, and then there'll be a correction, probably come back and test the 2.8 at that point, and then push higher. Will it move to the 3,000? I don't know. I mean, markets like to finish at large numbers, but sometimes they finish just shy of that because everybody panics. So we just need to track the last 5 waves in this particular structure. So I'll just leave that at that because it's all pretty simple. We'll just leave our stop out of the way until this wave 4 is tested. Then we can bring it up under that, because wave 5 will be moving up at that point. Apple here, this is a little bit messy here, and it can be counted in different ways, but the main takeaway here is that if we see this as wave 1 here and wave 2 here, then yeah, well then this is just simply not finished. This structure, we don't have wave 5 here, so we'll need to label this wave 4 in one way or another. So we're looking at this moving up, and it has moved up. It's hit resistance again, and it's reacting from that. It should find itself and then push up a little higher from that point. We'll look at the tick chart. There is a bit of a problem with the tick chart here. I was labeling this as 1 and 2 here, and then moving up I'm happy with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for the third wave. Now the fourth wave has pulled back too far. It's pulled back and overlapped wave 1 here, so it's a problem. But the other point to this is that I can see that this is, well, I could look at it as bearish or bullish as an A, B, and C here with 5 waves in it, as 1 and 2 in here, and 3, 4, 5 and finished. So I feel that it will go up from here. Yeah, I mean, you could count it as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 coming down. That would cause a problem. So we've got that overlap there. The other way to look at this perhaps is putting this here as all of this here as wave 1 here. Because if I take this leg here and bring it back to the top here, then I'm at the 61.8%. So there's a good case that we're going to have this as 1 and 2. So I'm a little bit unsure, but I'm quite happy with this being a wave C because of the angle of it. It's not sharp like a, well, that's a wave 3 in here. That's a little wave 3 in here. So yeah, I'm happy with that. We'll just leave it for the time being, and as the market unfolds up here, it will become, in hindsight, it will become obvious at that particular point. So stay long. With square here, it is possible to have this as wave 3 here, an A and a B and a C for wave 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here to finish off here. Of course, there's a wave 4 overlaps wave 1 slightly, and probably not the best looking impulse wave here, but 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. It could be counted in different ways. It could still be building to the upside. So what we've been doing is just building a case for with the, you know, from this low here, we've been building a little case here to see what we actually get in this little move here. So we'll go and have a look at that. But the market could pull back into, you know, into the 60 from this low to this high here, and then push up from that point. It could come all the way down here as a wave 4 and then push up. This trend itself here, it may not be finished to the upside. It could be counted as you know, wave 1 here and 2 here, then 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Do you know what I mean? And push up and continue way up there. So I just really want to keep a bit of an open mind here, and like I say, when I don't know what's going on, I either revert to the trading levels or I work to the smaller degree of wave structures and start to build a case. So that's what we're doing here. So from the low, that's the low, we were looking at this as 1 and ABC for 2, which is cool. This is nice 5 waves in here for 1 and 2. Nice strong third wave here with a gap in it. That's what normally happens. And we're looking at wave 4 here. Probably put wave 4 over here actually. A, B, C, yep, that would go there as well. Doesn't really matter. It still leaves us with wave 5 here. And let's put, so wave 3 here and then wave 4 here. So it's pulled back to the 38.2% retracement level from wave 2 to wave 3 here. So that's all like perfect. It does haunt me a little bit because the move down through here, it just looks, it's a bit raggedy, but it also looks a little bit impulsive as well. A bit of an impulsive move to the upside here. So if it was going to fail, because as I mentioned yesterday with this, is that this could also be wave C up here, so as a corrective A, B, C here. So I don't know that yet. And having, you know, looking at this here, looking a little bit impulsive. So what we need to do here, if you were looking to add to this position, then we would need to be above that point there for that. That's where it could fail. It could have an A and a B and a C to here and then fail from there. So if you get, we're in group 2 here, so it's all about the 8 up here actually. So put that a little bit closer to the 8. So when we talk about group 2, we talk about 65 and 72. There's a lot of other levels in here that are important, but they're on a smaller degree, and this is just the skeleton of the group, basically, and it sort of plays out quite nicely. So if you're going to add to this, then we'd need to do it above, you'd need a classic trading levels pattern on the 72 at that point. So we do need to be careful we don't just get a move up here and fail at that point. We could also at this point, because it's pulled back to its retracement level, we can put this, if you're long, we can put it up here, but I still want to leave it, I still would leave it, can't put it at 4, I have to put it at, don't really want to leave it at 3 as a stop rather. I'll just leave it. Let's just see, get another session out of this, and it just looks impulsive here, unless we've got some sort of A, B, and C here for this, some other weird thing. So yeah, having that 5 waves there, makes the top over here look like it's in place. Don't worry about that wave B. Okay, let's move on. Nothing to do there. So Facebook is moving along nicely, where our primary count is wave 4 here. It is possible to have wave 4 over here, but I'm going to leave it here for the time being, and 1 with an ABC here for wave 2, and a bit of an expanded flat. We don't really see that in stocks that much. We see it in leverage markets like FX a lot, but not in stocks that much. But we're pushing up in a nutshell from wave 4 to wave 5 here, of 5 of 5 of 3. So that's where we're sort of heading at this point. So we're up into wave 3 there. Let's have a look at the tick chart for this. Might just bring in a bit more data. So this is wave 4 here, wave 1 here with an A and a B and a C wave over here for this. I think that works quite well. Just, when we're talking about wave 4s and then an expanded flat within wave 1, it's sort of, that's why it's sort of, wave 4 could be over here for this as well. So it will reveal itself in hindsight further down the track as this moves up, but everything's going according to plan, and this impulse wave is building nicely here. So I'm looking at this as 1 and 2 here, and then wave 3 over here, and wave 4, and then moving up for wave 5. So I've changed the labeling here. I mean, I've got the same count. I've still got 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. It's just that I've dropped it down 1 degree to fit this in, because I've made a choice to put wave, to keep wave 1 there and wave 2 there. So we need 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for third wave, fourth wave. So that's what I was thinking. And there's different ways to count this top here, but this would be one way here with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave, fourth wave, and fifth wave to move up. I understand that we could also put wave 3 here and wave 4 here and have another top in there, and that could be the case as well. So we'll need to be mindful of that, but we're going to leave the stop further away here. We won't bring the stop up any closer, because if this count turns out to be slightly different, well, then we'll also be safe at that point as well. And Tesla. So with Tesla here in the bigger picture, we've got wave 3 here with an A wave here, an A and a B and a C wave here for the B wave. I'll just lift that up a little bit out of the way. We don't need that sitting right there. So yeah, from B to C, we're looking for an impulse wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then going up for 5. So we're looking for 5 waves in this move here. And once that occurs, we're looking for wave C down at this point for wave 4, which could also just be wave A of a larger fourth wave correction, because if the S&P and NASDAQ are going to go into their wave 3, start their wave 3, well, maybe it'll just keep Tesla in a much bigger correction across the 500 area, 800 area here for a while. Of course, I can be wrong. So where I would be wrong is counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here. Once we get 5 waves, we're going to have a correction anyway. But once these tops get taken out, if they get taken out, well, then we can have a look at a bigger bullish picture. But we can't forget there's a pretty obvious 5-wave structure here, so that needs to play out over here somewhere. I thought it may have played out over here, but I can only get 3 waves out of here. I can get an A and a B, and then the 5 waves down into this section. So, yeah. Anyway, we're pushing up. Let's check it out. So there's our wave 4 here, and we've got wave 1 and 2, and we're looking for wave 3, and then 4, and then 5. So we're looking up at 750. We do want to take these highs out through here. I've probably got this a little bit wrong. We could probably squeeze this over here a little bit more. Still not finished here. If we look at that as 1 and 2, and somehow in there it's a bit messy, but still needs to push up further. It'll be something. I was sort of hoping for the 750, so we'll see. Yeah, anyway. It's not this move up is not finished, okay, so we don't have to panic. I've got a position in here. I'll look to take that out up at the 750 sort of area there, and I'm not sure where I'll put that money. I thought about taking a bit of a risk in this one here called Unipath. It's just sort of come on the market. It's got a turnover of $600 million. It's a bit of an AI in doing tasks in the IT sector. And yeah, it looks pretty good. But this stock will also go on to our innovative, disruptive stocks. Alrighty. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.